So I share my studio with 6 other students. It's a fairly large, nice place. It's nice because if you arrive in the morning, you can feel that it's morning because the light is coming from a certain location. And then as the time goes, you can also notice when the sun moves to the other windows. It's just a beautiful space. I think all of us have been telling we are quite lucky to be sharing the studio with each others, and also that we have this exact location. Then, speaking about my small corner, I have essential hand tools to do basic work. But I'm also bearing in mind that one day I might not be able to access all these amazing facilities. So I've been focusing on also using just hand tools to get things done at times. That's why I have a small cupboard where I keep some of my hand tools. I have a basic table. I have some objects that I consider to be somehow important hanging on the wall in front of me. Even though it's a working space, I also like that it has some sort of homey or comfy feeling. So I bring some objects which are familiar and which are important to me, so it doesn't relate only to working environment. I think that's important to have that idea about a working space, that it's not only to work but also maybe to socialize and to develop ideas. Then besides that wall, I also have some of my work storage above that desk and that wall, and I have a small tray where I keep some materials and where I can kind of place some objects that I'm working on at the moment. I have one aluminum chair that was actually given by one of my colleagues here in school. Yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know, I like this quasi nomad way of maybe thinking of a working space that you can just bring to a certain area and work there for a while. There is in Helsinki, next to the graveyard, someone which is fixing bicycles in a bus, and that has been quite inspirational for me at the moment. Every time I pass by, I feel like, oh, this sounds like a good idea. It needs to be a place where I feel like I'm motivated to go every day. Ideally, I will share that space with other people. I think it has become a very important notion to me. I don't think it's good to just work by yourself and you keep just working on your box and you create your own monsters inside of it and you don't share with anybody what you are doing. I really like this idea of trading ideas, knowledge, and therefore of course there is challenges. It needs to be maybe the right partners per se, but if you find the right people, I think that's the right thing to do, to just share a studio. I also never lived alone in my life, and I don't like that idea of just being very isolated. I like to share and trade not only ideas but also food and other things, so it's nice. In a nutshell, I think it's about light and feeling good and maybe have some good company. I think that's what I'm aiming for. Interestingly enough, I think I have all that right now in the school studios. You will see a red box with quite many transparent drawers. Inside of that box, there is a small drawer which has a few screws and nuts and bolts that have peculiar forms which I've been gathering. In my studio, I do write. I do, of course, try to bring or to make sense of some of the loose ideas I may have during the day and when I'm out of the studio space. At times it feels like it's it's like a place for self-therapy as well. And when there is someone around, just therapy. I also enjoy some food there sometimes. Yeah, I think I also dream about what's going to be the next projects. And yeah, it has been very important to build and to support the ideas of most artists. Studios have become places to build community and to build understanding. And yeah, I think they can operate as some sort of sample to understand how bigger dynamics in society do work. So yeah, for sure, studios have been very important to artists, and of course, then also to the circles that comprehend artists.